Not sure if it's been advised yet, but Albuquerque Raw is 5-6 at the scene.
I'm going to start with this homicide first, and I'll give you a brief on the homicide from this morning. So this shooting occurred right around 4 o'clock p.m. here at the 2200 block of Manal Northeast. All indications are that the actual shooting happened inside the parking lot of this Twister's business, near the front entrance, which is on the south side of the business. One individual was shot. Two APD officers arrived on scene. AFR arrived on scene, transported the individual to the hospital. Unfortunately, that individual died as a result of his wounds. Our understanding is the victim is an adult male, probably about 30 years of age. There were several individuals who fled the area on foot, and detectives are just now trying to piece together what all led to this, whether there was any kind of altercation that preceded the shooting. And there are several witnesses who witnessed from different locations here around the scene, so the detectives are going to still do second interviews with those witnesses. We do have our divert team that will be looking for any video surveillance. So if there's anyone in the community who possibly has video or any knowledge of this homicide, please call 242-COPS and let them know. So that's this one. There's not a lot of information. It's still very early in the investigation. Now we'll go back to the first homicide this morning. That happened in the area of Dallas and Domingo about 9:37 a.m. Officers first responded to a shot spotter call on Pennsylvania, and apparently the property kind of is between Pennsylvania and Dallas, but the actual shooting happened on Dallas. I want to say at the 300 block of Dallas Northeast. That incident was also the shot spotter alerted officers. They got to the scene. There were several individuals, same situation as like this one, where individuals fled on foot. We do not have suspect information at this point. That individual was also transported and died at the hospital. I believe that victim also is an adult male. And we do not have suspect information yet for that one as well. So obviously we had 2 homicides today. We were looking back at March of last year. We had 3 murders in one day last year around the same time period. So kind of relatively quiet February, and now we've had a few homicides here in March. So it kind of ebbs and flows, as we all know. But it's putting our detectives at work. Some of them have been since this weekend working almost straight through. But they're doing a hell of a job, and they're working hard at it. So any help we get from the public in identifying these suspects, please call 242-COPS. Any questions?
For this Twister's homicide, is there any idea about the suspect's age or how many suspects?
We don't. There were multiple individuals. Initially, we got a lot of date ranges of how old the victims might be, but at this point, we're just not certain because nobody's in custody, and we're checking that against witness statements to see what they saw. I do not know.
How significant were the detectives?
I want to say, I don't know. I mean, they were scoop and runs, or they're considered critical right from the start. Got to the hospital. I think they died before they could get into surgery. Anything else? So I do have one additional statement on a different issue related to our DWI investigation, our internal investigation. Officer Harvey Johnson submitted his resignation today. This comes one day before he was supposed to be interviewed by Internal Affairs. So we just found out just a couple hours ago that he, in fact, resigned from the department. As with the other individuals who have resigned, we will still continue with the internal investigation and go forward with that. Okay.